Hello noble savage, and welcome to a video in which I take you back through time. These days, of course, every existent or seemingly existent Doctor Who serial is available on DVD and indeed Blu-ray. But of course it hasn't always been like that, so let's nip back to October 1983 when the very first Doctor Who home video release happened. Are you ready? Look at the majesty of that. Yes, it's a VHS video. This is literally the first, I don't even mean this metaphorically, this is literally the first ever Doctor Who home video release of any story. And obviously, just looking at the cover is already splitting viewers into two very distinct camps. There's the camp who were just appreciating the video sleeve for its general beauty, and then there's a whole bunch of other people who are going, "That's the wrong type of Cyberman." Yes, so this is indeed the wrong type of Cyberman. This is a Cyberman from Earthshock, which is one of my favourite Doctor Who stories, and whereas obviously in this Tom Baker story they looked completely different. I must admit, this cover isn't a problem for me because I love the Earthshock Cybermen so much. I just want to see them all the time. I could quite happily have them tattooed on the inside of my eyelids. I don't know what this means. No idea what that means. Let's have a look at the spine. Lovely chunky spine. Look at the quality of that with the old BBC video logo. Marvellous. Let's have a look on the back of this. Yep, more inappropriate Cybermen. Those Cybermen there are again from Earthshock. I think, yeah, I guess so. This was 1983. This must have been a deliberate thing, I think, because Earthshock had been on the TV by this point, I'm pretty sure, and I don't know, maybe the current production team wanted their version of the Cybermen to be the ones depicted on media like this. I mean, this was a whole new venture. This was unthinkable. Doctor Who being released for people to watch in their own homes whenever they wanted, as opposed to when the BBC decided to show repeats. There was such a relative lack of knowledge about the show back then that someone would have conceivably have bought this who hadn't seen it before, expecting to see the same model of Cybermen as seen in the Peter Davison story Earthshock. I suppose some people might take issue with the choice of monsters in this blurb. From the longest-running science fiction series in the world emerged a golden age of classic monsters, memorable grotesques such as the Daleks, Ice Warriors, Plasmatons, Mandrills, Nymons, and Cybermen. Now, I mean, I love some of the creatures in this list. Well, in fact, I love them all in their own way. But when I was a kid, I loved the Mandrills and the Nymons, which is weird. It's like my 10-year-old self wrote this blurb and decided to promote these monsters that no one else really liked. Plasmatons are from Peter Davison's story Time Flight, and they're really not well remembered by anyone apart from as a source of comedy. I really like Time Flight though. I watched it on the Blu-ray box set and very much enjoyed that. And now in his fourth regeneration, Doctor Who, Tom Baker, launches into one of the greatest trans-dimensional experiences the series has ever known. What else will the Cybermen destroy in their poisonous bid to take over the galaxy? You might be able to see that whereas most videos of the time had a see-through outer sleeve, that a printed illustrated sleeve would slip inside, this has the cover just printed directly onto the plastic of the box, which is rather nice. But one downside of this plastic box is, as you can see, it's horribly brittle, and this box is a bit screwed, which is sad, but I'm still happy to have this because this is definitely worth a fair bit more than when I bought it. Not that I'd ever sell it, obviously, because it's gorgeous. Let's just have a look at the tape. As you can see, the inside there, the spine has broken, which is sad, but still the BBC logo is intact. One notable thing is that this is the omnibus edition. they snipped off the closing and opening titles of each episode and stuck them together, forming a movie. This wouldn't actually get a complete release until May 1999. I think that's right. Wikipedia surely can't be wrong. That's never happened before. So it's a curio for that reason, you know, apart from the fact that it's on video and it's really cool. This was also, Wikipedia tells me, released on Betamax, Laserdisc, and the ludicrously obscure Philips Video 2000 format, which you might have seen in my Evil Dead video on this channel, in which I look through various versions of Evil Dead that I have on video. Yeah, the V2000s are ridiculously rare. I can't imagine there are many surviving copies of this on V2000 left, let alone Betamax, actually. Anyway, I think that feels like quite enough geeky rambling, doesn't it? And you've seen all of this. You're quite happy with that, I'd imagine. I know I am. So I think we should go our separate ways without further ado. If you enjoyed this video, I think you know what I want you to do, don't you? Like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. If you happen to know any more about this release, or if you have it on video or Betamax or Laserdisc or whatever, then feel free to comment, and thank you very much. Have a delightful day. Bye.